bad happening, and then you just smash them, and I love it, and nobody can stop me from loving it. If only they saw my mom's face. But it's okay. Now we can finally take off this glove, which we gotta be really careful with. Things like kind of smooths out, and it's smooth and it's smooth. We wanna continue doing that until it's really, really smooth. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today what we're going to be doing is, as you can guess, a Thanksgiving recipe, which is pretty amazing because Thanksgiving is very, and I'm talking very soon. This whole year went by so fast in the blink of an eye, and it's actually kind of crazy. So before I get started, let me put this back on our door so it just doesn't get lost somewhere. And I kind of want to clarify some things. As you might know, we haven't posted in like about 3 weeks, which is kind of a long time for us. It's because I have been working on other projects and I didn't really have enough time to make a new video. So here I am today and I have a new video for you guys. So if you don't know who I am Diana Paramoga. I am the host of Diana Paramoga Safety Kitchen, which is basically a little channel where we use recipes where you don't need to use any knives that you might cut yourself with, or you don't need to bake or use an oven that you might burn yourself with. So don't worry, this is all safe, so parents, whatever you need to do, go do it. I got the kids. Even though I am a kid, that sounds weird to say. Whatever, you get the point. So over here, we have all our ingredients, and we're going to be making a cheesecake. Another no-bake cheesecake, but this time, a Thanksgiving version. Maybe we'll even make a Christmas version, and maybe every version for every holiday. We probably should. And as you might have noticed, I have a new apron, which is very, cute, and I actually really like it. Okay, now I think we can go over all our ingredients. Okay, so first up, what we have is the famous no-bake cheesecake. Again, if you watched my other video, which I definitely think you should, we made another no-bake cheesecake, and it was amazing, and I really want to know how this one turns out. Next up, we have this sauce with cinnamon and apple. To be honest, I myself don't like cinnamon. I like the apple, but I don't like the cinnamon. But I think that putting all this together is definitely gonna taste amazing. Next, the caramel. Oh, I cannot stop talking about how much I love caramel. It's the most amazing thing, and I love it, and nobody can stop me from loving it. All right, now let's move on. One of our main ingredients, including the no-bake cheesecake, is our crust, which is especially pie crust. But if you want, I think you can mash up some cookies or something, and then you could make that as your pie crust. But we're just using some professional stuff over here, and because we're such professionals, we're just using that. The butter. So basically what we're gonna do with the butter is we're gonna take our cheesecake crust, and we're gonna mash them up together to create like this moldable type of like base for the cheesecake, and then we're gonna platter this onto the tray, and it's gonna be kind of the base, the toppings, aka our apple and cinnamon jam, I guess you want to call it. I don't know. Next up, pecans. I love them, okay, but I definitely think that not chestnuts. What are they called again? The one that looks like brains. Now, let's continue. And I think we've gone over all the ingredients. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some of our crust. Then we're gonna grab our plate. Let's put in our crumble or crust. So in case you can use that for reference, we don't really use any measurements because who likes measurements? All right, now we're gonna take this mold of butter, we're gonna stick it onto there, and then we're gonna combine them together. And then when you do it, just put it back in the tray, and I'll get back to you later. Now what you wanna do is kind of make like this shape, like a rectangle, you go across the mold. Now we can finally take off this glove, which we gotta be really careful with. That was not careful, that was anything but careful, but it's okay. If only they saw my mom's face. But it's okay, it was like... Now our main part, of course, and my favorite part, the main part of the no-bake cheesecake. Now, grab your spoon and take it gently. Gently, because there's air bubbles in here. And you don't want to break all of them, you know? Now place it on top. We're going to smooth it out later. And then you're going to smooth it out and make sure, at least try not to touch any sides, like of course I always do. And then smooth it out, and then you'll have the perfect no-bake cheesecake. Of course after the toppings. things like kind of smooths out, and it's smooth and it's smooth. We want to continue doing that until it's really, really smooth. All right, and with this, you want to make sure that you're not doing too thick layers because this is really, really sweet. And now let's continue with our pecan. It's such a cool thing to say, pecans. Now let's place them. And I'm not gonna just sprinkle them on top because I really want this to look really beautiful and amazing. And I'm gonna place them wherever I want them to be and not just sprinkle them on top because I'm so professional, you know? You could call me a master chef. Actually, not anymore, to be honest. Now, we're done with this. For now, well, of course, we're gonna add more stuff. And don't forget about the caramel because we're gonna put that after we put this masterpiece in the fridge. And I think 1 hour should be enough. So I'll see you then. Even though it's gonna be like a second for you guys, it's an hour for me.
1 hour later.
Now that the hour is over, we can now take out our masterpiece and put it back on our table. And if you're wondering what this is, basically with the caramel, when we're gonna put this on the plate, what's gonna happen is that we're gonna sprinkle this on top. And if you're wondering how I got it, I've told you in previous videos, but it's okay. If you're a new viewer, then I can tell you a little 20-second recap. So basically what you do is you grab like any nut, like I have pecans, for example, over here, and you grab any hard object, like for example, this caramel bottle, and just try not to use your hands, okay? I don't want anything bad happening. And then you just smash them on a table or something like that that won't break. And now we get the privilege of cutting the cake. And then we're gonna take it out. Wow, that's a clean cut. Now what we're gonna add is, of course, next we're gonna add these little bad boys. Now let's clean up our table a little bit and then I'll get back to you and eat the cake. But I just want to remind you that we made this safely, okay? We made this safely and for everyone to be able to make. And sure, you might not have all the ingredients here, but you can improvise, okay? You can definitely improvise this whole recipe. And I just want to hear out your opinion in the comments. What ingredients did you use? What did you use? How did you use it? And why did you use it? So now I think that this ends off with our recipe, the no-bake cheesecake 2.0 Thanksgiving version. And that's it. Thank you again. Bye. Make sure to subscribe and like and comment and hit that notification bell. I don't know, whatever all the other YouTubers say. Just do that. It helps us out a lot. And bye.